March. I think March 1st was, we had one record thing that we did in March. It was the first time we did first time we hit 20 recruits. So I think at the beginning of the year, that was definitely one of our focus. We were looking to start focus on recruiting. We know we have to sell out more to recruiting. We always believe in recruiting, but we always were good at personally producing and making money. And the one thing that we say, hey, this year we're gonna focus on recruiting, and this is the first time in our career where our recruiting number is higher than our premium. So we're very excited for what's to come. So I want to kind of just highlight some of the people that helped us out, because this was definitely a team effort from us. We had 10 different people recruited somebody on our team. That's how we get to 20 recruit. And we had 6 different people put a name on the sale. So the people who recruited people, we had Ann with 9 recruit, we had Hai with 4 recruit, Brian on N team with 2 recruit, Esther got a recruit, Jeanette and Brandon had a recruit, Courtney had a recruit, Raymond had a recruit, Jamarion recruited somebody, Hansa recruited somebody, and the Salmon recruited somebody, recruited his best friend, who's here in the room, Ash. And we also had, I believe, 6 different people hit the ball on the premium side. Yeah, so B and Tia, Willa and Jeff, and Sean and Tay, Michelle and Esther all hit this ball on the premium side of things. So a lot of us, it was a team effort, and the one thing that we want to say, there's a few things we took away from March. Okay, so the first thing we took away that IUL is trash and still trash and we're all trash. So I've been in the business. I was introduced to the business back in like 2008, and at the time, my mom had IUL. We realized it was terrible. Almost 20 years later, it's still as bad as ever. The fees got higher. They got more trickier. They just got more smarter. But no matter what, at the end of the day, it's still kind of like a ticking time bomb because the growing cash value that Will and Jeff highlighted, right? And another thing that we took away from March was duplication doesn't happen without time invested in people. So what we've been focused on, we've been focused on spending personal time with people, investing in them, and not only that, but teaching them something that they can consistently do upon, like working on the presentation, working on closing, working on different ways that they can grow the business and recruit people. And Tia made a really good point. When you start investing time in people, you start spending a lot of time with them, you start to act like them, you start to look like them, you start to talk like them, right? So if your people started repeating the thing that you're saying, that's a really positive sign. Those are the 2 things that I took away from March. And one of my best duplication was I duplicated myself into my wife. I'm going to pass it over to the best of the best. This is Tia Tran. Okay.
The only thing we duplicated was our 3 kids. That's how So, one thing that I got from, last month was only good things come from setting appointments and going on appointments as soon as possible. And when you go on appointments, you make money, right? As if you're new here, you're gonna learn how to make money in one of the most powerful industries in America. And then also you're gonna make an impact. And I think last month we kind of saw the opposite of that. There was a son and a mom duo that we recruited. And every time we went to go set appointments, something would come up and she had to go somewhere. And we never got to setting that initial appointment. But then I got a text message from her saying that she's gonna be really busy because the godfather of her son passed away. Okay, and with no life insurance. And he had 4 young kids. He was in his 40s, passed away randomly, unexpectedly. 4 kids under the age of 10. His wife hasn't been working for years because she was a stay-at-home mom with the kids. So he was the only breadwinner in the family, right? No life insurance. She sent me a GoFundMe, asked me to send it out for $40,000 they're trying to raise for funeral costs and the income that they lost. $40,000 is not going to get them anywhere with 4 kids, right? That's what my kids eat in a week, right? So at this time, I was thinking to myself, this is the godfather of her son, her firstborn son. So this is the person that's the closest to her. And this should have been one of her first appointments she went on. So if we actually set that appointment, he could have been protected, right? For $100 a month, or maybe $400,000 of coverage, right? So just, setting appointments, that little minute of uncomfortability, that little minute of being scared to call somebody, that makes up for that impact you're gonna have, and the thank yous you're gonna have if something like that will happen, and it will inevitably happen, right? So another thing is being frustrated is a sign you're capable of more. Sometimes frustrated, you think of that as like a negative feeling, right? I think last month, me and Peter were frustrated every single day of the month, right? But I feel like frustrated is just a sign, right? It's a sign that you can do more, and you should do more. And taking it almost like it's a fuel of the frustration, because if you're not frustrated, it means you don't care, right? If you're not frustrated, it means this is not important to you. If you're not frustrated, it means you've given up already. So the fact that you are frustrated, like probably a lot of you guys are in the room right now, it means that you want to make this happen, and you have a lot that you are capable of. So I'm excited to take our frustration, hopefully all of us, into this month and then have a really great month. So that's all we have.